Hey guys, what is going on? This is Travis P11. I'd like to welcome you back to the channel. And today I'm going to be showing you a couple of my EDC flashlights that I've had real good luck with, and something to consider if you're in the market for a new EDC flashlight, or maybe you want an everyday carry light that's going to be maybe a little bit slimmer, a little bit smaller, and possibly a little more convenient to use. So my previous EDC flashlight was this night provision light, which I featured on my channel many years ago. I think I've been running this one for probably about 5 or 6 years, maybe even more. Works great, very easy to recharge. It's excellent. It's a little bulky, but this basically goes with me in my work bag, and then when I come home, it goes in my pocket. Well, it used to until I decided to swap it out. This guy got relegated to hiking bag duty, so it goes in my hiking backpack, and I no longer carry it on me. So I was in the market for something, and you know, when you get into EDC flashlights, there is a ton of options out there. There are so many out there to choose from. And I just kind of on a whim decided to start looking at Streamlights. I've got great luck with their weapon lights. They run really well for me. And that's when I came upon this Streamlight Microstream 66604. Now these run about $32 on Amazon. And what I'm going to do is just take you through all the features real quick. What it has to offer. You can get this in 4 different finishes. That as of April of 2024. So I bought this guy back in December 23rd of 2023. Got it shortly after Christmas. And have just been using it daily, and it is starting to show a little bit of wear and patina, but it is a very solid performer. Now the second flashlight we're going to show you is this little ThruNite Ti2. And I think it was maybe like 704 Tactical or somebody that pointed this out to me. Got this guy for like under 10 bucks. Runs on a AAA battery. It's an excellent backup to your EDC. It's tiny, smaller than a roll of chapstick. I just keep this little mag on the back here as a way to pull it out of my pocket when I reach for it. And what I do is keep this on an inside pocket of my coat, and that just kind of keeps it out of the way. And if I absolutely have to have it, it's there. But there are a couple catches to this flashlight, and we will talk about that when we get there. So first of all, the features of the Streamlight 66604. What do you need to know? Then I'll just kind of show it to you and take you all around. Well, here's what we know according to Amazon. So Amazon tells us real quick that the Microstream USB is an ultra-compact lithium-ion battery-powered flashlight featuring a tail cap switch, momentary or constant on operation, high and low beams, a combination pocket hat clip for convenience, and amazing brightness and runtime for a light of this size. The aluminum housing with a Type 2 military spec anodizing helps make the light extremely durable and abrasion resistant, sorta, I guess. Unbreakable scratch resistant polycarbonate lens. All openings are O-ring sealed, and I'll tell you a story about that. Metal sleeve protects charge port, slide sleeve forward to reveal the charge port, and it's IPX4 water resistant and 1 meter impact resistant. It also pushes out 250 lumens on high, 50 on low, 1.5 hours on 250 lumens, 3.5 hours on 50, 68 meter throw on high, 31 meter throw on low. And then if you speak candle, or if you speak flashlight, it puts out 1,150 candelas on high and 250 candelas on low. Now, something that we do in all my flashlight tests, if you've never watched one before, we're going to go ahead and take this down to the garage, and we'll just test it out because it's pitch black down there and show you what it looks like. Then we're just going to go for a little walk around the neighborhood, and we'll kind of show it in a variety of different terrains to see if this thing works really well. A couple things about it you should know. It is small, okay? The cap is excellent. The hardware is great, and I haven't had any issues with this so far. So the only little like 1-star reviews you're going to run into are people that talk about it just failing after a couple months. I haven't had that problem, and that's not the majority of the reviews. You know, it could be a user-based issue or abuse, or it could just simply be a lemon. You never know. It does have a limited lifetime guarantee, so the bulb's not covered. I think the finish is not covered, but if the circuits inside would ever fail, you contact Streamlight and you go through the process of returning it to them, and then they'll ship it back to you. So the tail cap button on the back here is fairly firm, I will say that, and that's a good thing because if it gets pressed accidentally in your pocket, there's a good chance it's not going to stay on. You really have to give it a firm click in order for it to stay on. Also, the way that you go from low to high is a little bit weird. Like you press it, if you push it within a few moments after pressing it initially, it goes from low, and then again on high, okay, low, and then again on high. And so we'll take it outside and show it to you. So it's a little bit tricky. You don't do like a double click or anything like that to make it go from low to high. You just lightly press it, wait a second, then press it again. And then you do click it just to simply keep it on. Now that charge port, and hopefully this will show up on camera okay, I'll have to bring this back into focus. When you slide it out of the way, there's a thick O-ring right here. and that's going to protect it from water intrusion, and that's your charge port right there. So you use a micro USB port in order to charge the battery. We'll take the battery out in just a little bit. Battery just comes out of the tail cap on the end. So I'm not kidding you guys, I put this through the laundry in a pair of jeans. I forgot to take it out, washed it, put it in the dryer. It got about 15 minutes into the dry cycle and I kept hearing this thumping in the dryer, pulled it out and it survived. No water intrusion where the battery was, no water intrusion where the USB port was, no water intrusion behind the lens. It really blew my mind. But when you move this out of the way, you can feel the resistance of that O-ring. They have a nice thick O-ring there and that does a great job, and that's also the same situation on the rear. So let's go ahead and take off the tail cap real quick here. Now for disassembly on that, you just screw the back, unscrew the back, and you get an actual Streamlight replaceable battery, which is cool. I haven't tried any other batteries in it. I'm assuming it has to use this one. You guys are Streamlight junkies. You probably recognize this one. It's lithium ion. It is 350 milliamps, 3.7 volts, and it is rechargeable. And like I said, mine held out fine. I had no trouble, no water intrusion, even though it went through the laundry, and it's great. So, you know, it's just nice to have, and I've yet to actually run it out, and I would say the runtime, the 1.5 hours, I just use it periodically, but I do plug it in and charge it, and when you do plug it in, there's a little red light that'll come on, and then when it's fully charged, that red light will turn green, and that's how you know that it's finished. You know, it's cool, because you can plug it in your vehicle and charge it. If you're up at work, you can plug it in and charge it. You don't have to rely on having, you know, AA or AAA batteries with you to make it run, okay? All right, now let's go ahead and move on over to the ThruNite, and then what we're gonna do is just do the dark test on both lights. We'll take it outside and walk around, and then just bring it back for a few final thoughts. So this little bugger, when you can find them, they're sometimes less than $10 on Amazon. You know, I've got them as low as, I've seen them as low as $5 or $6. And I might have got some sort of a 704 tactical with it, but guys, I have no affiliate links for you on any of this stuff. I just bought this myself and I'm just here to show it off. All right, so this little guy, to turn it on, it's pretty cool. All you have to do is just turn the lens until it screws in tight, and then the light's gonna come on. Just a single stage light. It doesn't have low or high, just one stage. About 150 lumens. We'll take you through the specs on this in just a second. I'll bring them up. And then to turn the light off, all you have to do is just unscrew it and it turns off. Like you just barely unscrew it and it turns off. So you don't have to worry about the cap coming loose. I've never had it pop off, never had any kind of water issues and so on. It's totally sealed on the back too. And the finish is holding up pretty good. And so let me take you through the specs real quick on the Ti2. Output's 120 lumens. Runtime is 45 minutes. It's more like 25 to 30 with the batteries that I use. Distance is 45 meters of throw. Intensity is 600 candelas. Impact resistance is 1 meter. And waterproof is IPX8. And so those are kind of the basics about it that you need to know. The bulb is a Cree XTE or XTE1. Now for the Streamlight, I don't know exactly what bulb they use on that, so unfortunately I can't tell you. Now the ThruNite does have a premium Type 3 hard anodized finish, and it weighs 7.2 grams, and I'm an American, so I have absolutely no idea what that means. I would probably say it weighs like maybe a little over an ounce, and that's it. It's super lightweight. You're not even going to notice it. But for what it puts out, you know, there's been so many times that it's come in so handy to have just last minute times where I needed a flashlight and didn't have one. This little guy just comes in handy. And I do change the battery on it maybe every couple months or so. Now let's talk about the battery for a second, because that is the one con with the ThruNite. Aside from the fact that you have a short battery life, I have had really bad luck finding batteries that'll work with it. So I don't know what the deal is. So if you guys buy Costco batteries, these are actually made by Duracell, right? And I've never tried an actual Duracell itself, right? I've only tried these because this is all I ever buy, and I've got just tons of them floating around. These are little alkalines that get at Harbor Freight. They're pretty inexpensive. I think you get like a 24 pack for like $6 or something, or a 40 pack. I don't even know. These little guys, I used to buy in bulk before I started going to Costco. So I got a bunch of those sitting around. So if I put the Duracell in there or Costco battery in there, I don't think I'm able to get it to work. I don't think it'll turn on. I don't know what the deal is. 1.5 volts, it will not turn on with the Costco battery. These batteries are fresh. These are even the new style Costco battery. So you might want to just pick up some Harbor Freight AAAs. It'll come with the battery, I think, maybe from the factory. I don't think it lasts very long though, but you're going to want to get yourself something like that, or maybe even just try like some Rayovacs or something. I always run alkalines in all my gear, so I can't speak to it, but yeah, if we turn it, turns right on. So whatever the deal is, I'm not ripping on Kirkland batteries, but I've never been able to find, like I said, I've tried many other batteries in it, but I just don't have good luck with that. So with that being said, let's go on down to the garage and let's try out the Streamlight. Okay, and then we will try out the ThruNite. All right, here we go. All right, guys, so it is completely black in the garage. So this is the Streamlight on low. And again, it never shows up as bright on camera as it is in real life. This thing lights up my complete garage. I can hold it up to the ceiling and illuminate the entire garage if I need to. That's on low, okay? So it does put out a really good beam, and I'm standing about 15 feet away from the wall. So let's go ahead and turn it on high. There we go, that's on high. You can definitely see the difference there. It's awesome, okay? Works really good. And you can lock it on high if you want to, okay? All right, and then after that, we have the little ThruNite with its 120 lumens that could. This guy's awesome, man. It's just got a very nice concentrated beam. And like I said, this little tiny flashlight, it does get hot. And like I said, it will kill a battery in about 30 minutes. But if you want an absolute last resort backup, this is the way to do it. This little guy comes in so handy. So for about 40 bucks total, I got two excellent EDCs that one I've been using for years, and the other one that seems to be very promising. All right, so let's go out for a little walk in a variety of different terrains, and then we'll call it a night. All right, guys, so I got my exposure set to 0 on my camera, so nothing's being artificially boosted. So here is the Streamlight on low, sidewalk. Okay, we'll go ahead and turn it off. Turn it back on. Okay, let's go on high. There you go. Let's turn it off. Low, high. High is excellent. End of that sidewalk's probably about 50, 60 yards away, I think. Okay, let's kind of go look down in the creek over here. Let's go on low. Let's walk over here. Might find some critters down here, no guarantees. All right, so this is a empty, rocky area that fills up with water. It's more like a drain ditch, but turns in like a little mini creek. Put it on high here. There we go. Lights it up really good. Okay, turn it off. Now we're gonna go ahead and test out the ThruLite on the sidewalk. So we're just gonna go ahead and reset where we were before. ThruNite, I always forget the name of it. All right. Okay, now here we go. So I think I said 120 lumens, 150, 120 for this little guy. It does have a brand new alkaline battery in it. Nice, solid. I mean, I'm sorry, this thing puts out almost as good of a beam as the Streamlight does on high. But like I said, at the expense of battery life, it's got a definite beam. Might take a moment for that to come in focus for you guys. Okay, let's go ahead and walk on over to the creek again here. I'm a Nebraskan. We bounce between creek and creek. So anyway, all right. Just kind of looking down there right now. Does a great job, like I said, at the expense of battery life, but a really cool little light. All right, there we go. Let's go and turn it off just to show you that it is pitch black out here. There you go. Let's bring it back for just a few final words. All right, so that is my take on the Streamlight Microstream USB rechargeable flashlight. I love it, works great. It's gonna continue to be my EDC. If I happen to have any problems with it, I will let you know. And then also the little ThruNite Ti2. Not sure if you'll be able to find these anymore, but you can find them if you look around. If they replace it with a newer model, I would just say go with it. Something funny I discovered about this, I decided to test a bunch of batteries in it before I went outside. And sure enough, it will run with a cheap Sunbeam brand battery that I bought from Dollar Tree. They're those red and white batteries. They're like $1 for 4, AAA. But it will not run with an Energizer, nor will it run with a Duracell. So maybe you guys can chime in and let me know. Maybe you've had this flashlight or noticed that before. Is there something about the voltage or the chemical composition? Because the battery in it now is that Harbor Freight brand, whatever their batteries are, the orange and black ones, and it is an alkaline. Like I said, it is a 1.5 volt. So I really don't know what to say. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, mash that bell so you don't miss any notifications of all the new videos coming up on the channel. Make sure you guys check out the back catalog, and I'll put a link to some of my other flashlight videos at the end of this video. Now those reviews are starting to get a little bit old, so there's a possibility that those lights in those videos have been replaced by new models. You never know, but you might just find a good deal on one, and if you're kind of curious, check out my channel because I might have reviewed it. So anyway, guys, I want you to have fun. I want you to be safe. Shout out to Squiblo for giving me the mini Canic magazine, and as you know, we will talk to you soon. All right, take care and have a good one. Bye-bye.